Your chosen people, the sun is out now, as you see. Right, and I'm out as well. And it's time for the part 3 generational trauma video, because I'm in the mood today. I released it today, and I recommend to you to watch the other 2 videos. The first was just an introduction to the topic, and the second one was how you have to prepare yourself, and also what you have to useful basic understanding, and part of what you have to expect when you go on this mission, right? So now part 3 is coming now, and it is going even further, so stay close. See, I told you in the last video that people who cannot do introspection and who are abusive, who cause generational trauma, can be seen like rivers, like wild rivers with violent passages. And this means these people, or these rivers, they have emotions that they cannot regulate on their own, like a lake or an ocean regulates his emotions himself by introspecting, and thus the surface is evened out. There might be sometimes waves, a little bit like a mood, but basically, I think you know what I mean, right? It's just an analogy, a parable, call it what you want. And now you see we have many rivers to cross, until we may talk to the boss. Okay, so I told you that these people and these rivers they have to rearrange each and every one around them all the time, because they cannot regulate their own emotions themselves. Okay, so they are addicted basically to abuse people. They are addicted to the emotions and reactions, and also the ability to be. They want to be close to people. They need people around them, all right? In order to regulate their emotions, in order to rearrange these people, in order to interfere with the psyche of other people. Okay, and I need to blame and project, because projection is nothing else but an outsourcing of introspection. So if you cannot introspect, better believe you need to project. Okay, now I said in that last video, let me get a sunny spot here. I said in the last video that when you want to heal your own trouble with this situation, and also the whole generational trauma, when you say it stops here, this is quite an assignment, quite a mission. But what you need to do is stop, let them rearrange you. You stop moving, which is like being a rock in this river that wants to rearrange everything. And these people have been used to rearrange everyone, including you, for as long as they live. So they will take a long time to get used to this. They will probably never get used to it, that you are no one that is being rearranged anymore. And this is why the water will just come like waves and break at you at this rock that you are. Now, um, now I want to go away from this parable of water and the rock. So let's use another way to understand it. If you have physically handicapped people that sitting in a wheelchair, they need a special environment to live, to thrive. They cannot deal with stairs. They need ramps. And thus they need a special housing situation to thrive. All right? And with narcissists and abusive people, it's the same. They need a very, very specially designed environment to thrive. They need to be surrounded with codependents, enablers, and people that are basically accepting their shared fantasy, which, we know that these families are like mini cults, okay? And yeah, they need to be surrounded with servants, basically, and people they can rearrange whenever they want and abuse whenever they want. And the very sad thing is that children are very good targets for them, because children don't have boundaries that they can establish effectively against narcissists. 10 times not. So this is not a nice thing, right? And so these people have a very special environment necessary to thrive, and they don't accept people who are like stairs, people that insist on their boundaries, on their sovereignty, on their authenticity. They cannot stand these people. They will be attracted to these people. They may claim they love these people. They may be impressed by these people, but it will quickly change to malignant envy, malicious envy, and jealousy, and they will always compete and attack and smear and devalue, and they cannot stand these people. Okay, they have aggression. They have passive or active aggression, and it will show. This is again coming back to the rock in the water. This will show. This will show when you stop to play that game with them and say, stop, you don't rearrange me no more now, right? Yeah, these people need that special environment. And I tell you, there is people who are so toxic, especially when we think about covert narcissists with secondary psychopath nature. I don't want to call it nature. It's not nature. It's unnatural. These people, they literally they belong into medical treatment, because they are very toxic to themselves. So they either be toxic to themselves, or they are also very toxic to others, especially children, and in very subtle ways. Okay, so that it does not really show to people outside, and you will see this, but you can do nothing about it. So there is very toxic and dangerous people amongst us, amongst families, in close proximity to children. And yeah, so this is just fact, this is just reality. And now this is all the things you need to understand. Again, I made 3 videos, and I recommend to you to watch the other ones first, the introduction and the second part, and on this part. And what you need to do is to stand in your truth. You need to stubbornly believe and understand. You need to actually, it's not about believe, you have already, back in the days when you were still part of this whole system, and you let them to kind of arrange you a little bit here and there, you were thinking already you were right. You were feeling it. You were thinking there's something wrong. What is happening here? But when you understand the truth, when you understand the people around you, psychologically based on their childhood, at that point, and you understand yourself, you know that you are a righteous person, nothing wrong with you. You have done no wrong, you have no regrets in what you did everything right. Then they can't move you, and you just stand in that truth and you speak it to everyone. And this is the beginning. This is how you do it, okay? You stand stubbornly and calmly and violent free in the light, in the truth, and you are forgiving everyone around you, and you are the only light in this thing happening around you. All right, just stand there, just pray up, just do this, just do this, just go on. And this is how it begins.